Hey there guys, if you haven't seen the first episode of this anime, then I suggest you watch it to understand the story. For that, I made a playlist of this anime, where you could watch episode 1, link is in the description. Please watch it to understand episode 2, but for those who saw episode 1, let me remind you that in episode 1, a lovely angel descended on Earth to study humans, but there she met Shintaro, a hard-working kid who lives alone. Shin initially doubted Tawa's words that she's an angel, but when he saw her following an old fatty who wanted to take her to a hotel, he took Tawa away from that pervert and soon fell unconscious due to fatigue. Tawa brought him back home and revealed herself to be an angel from heaven. She was very pretty and naive, unaware of how cruel humans can be, so Shin agreed to let Tawa stay at his house. So as the story continues, Tawa was ordered by God to study humans, so she came down to Earth and was amazed by the technology here. She saw the train and a dude saw Tawa as well. Then she flew around Tokyo and sat down at the top of a building. She wanted to mingle around with humans. So she remembered what she had learned about Earth. She had learned from a children's book that an angel should act high and emit their power in front of humans, and then they should flap their wings to their maximum size to show humans, and only then descend down to mingle. She wanted to get on good terms with humans, but from above, all the humans looked busy. So Tawa went to downtown in the residence area. But there she couldn't find a soul. She was already sleepy and saw the building there. So she chose that building and a balcony. She was depressed thinking if she even have a place in this world, but instead of worrying, she decided to try hard the next day and dozed off to take a good night's sleep, and that room happens to be of Shin, and that's how they met that morning. And for staying over, she makes meals for the guy and spoils him rotten. Shin always stays alone, so having someone prepare a meal was heavenly. He was really happy to eat homemade meals instead of meals from the store, and on top of that, those words she said before, she's super adorable, so Shin wondered if he deserves a girl like her. For that Shin wished to do something for Tawa as well, and after dinner, Shin gives her a proper explanation on how to use the bathtub, how to adjust temperatures and the way to plug the drain hole to get bath, and then move the curtains to shower and finally toilet. After that he leaves her, and again, a guy and a girl living alone was bound to make imagination run wild, so he watched the TV to get distraction. But he still can't help but imagine Tawa again, so he brought out his books to study for his English quiz. Bro instantly forgot the situation in the rhythm. So after a while he wanted to take a leak, and there he barged into the bathroom. As he was totally lost that and forgot he's sharing a room with a girl, Shin apologized to Tawa for this, but she didn't mind. Bless the traditional all-in-one Japanese bathroom for that. So Shin waits for his turn and goes to bath, but Tawa tried to help him wash his back, which embarrassed him and he gave a hard pass. Then at night they had to share the bed because the room is small. It drove him sleepless. The next morning, he wanted to get fresh up and the accident happened again. So the days were getting hectic, and after that, Shin was thinking of making some ground rules. He was about to use the toilet, and situation goes opposite, and Tawa walked in this time. But one thing was nice, even though he couldn't sleep, or has accidents, the meal Tawa cooks makes up for the hectic situation. But there he remembers he had school, and Tawa was also about to get ready. She wants to stay close to make Shin happy, but sadly she can't. That got her down, but she didn't show it to him. Shin left some money for her and told her not to leave the room if she could and leaves. But on his way, he runs into his friends, Shuichi and Tsumuji. Both noticed his pale sleep-deprived face, and the girl got worried that Shin's pushing himself hard on his part-time work, plus he lives alone. She really has a crush on the guy, so she was being nice to Shin, and Shuichi asked Tsumuji to be nice to him as well, but her reaction was cold, and looking at them, Shin thought they looked like a married couple. That was embarrassing, so Tsumuji tells Shin to never say that again. And back at home, Shin already has a cute angel who was doing her best to do chores around the house, but after completing, she was feeling lonely without him. But somehow she imagined that Shin would starve to death if he gets back late, but he was having a nice lunch time with his buddies. His lunch was pale with no nutritious food, and Tsumuji thought Shin couldn't cook because he lives alone, so she asked Shin she could cook lunch for him, but there Shuichi asked her to make him lunch as well. But Tsumuji rejected him because he gets meals from his mother. They started again, but looking aside a bit he saw the cutie got here, so Shin freaked out. and covered the window. He whispered and told Tawa to get to the roof, and then he runs off himself. But some kids saw Tawa and thought they were daydreaming. Then, he didn't scold Tawa, but he was worried that if the world finds out about Tawa, it will make things harder for her. But Tawa tells that she brought lunch because she was worried about him. But looking at Shin, Tawa was sad that she only troubled him, so Shin takes back his words and asks Tawa to eat with him. Her smile and her simplicity made him relax, and they looked like a really good couple. And Shin was getting fond of Tawa as well, but a teacher asked for help to carry some stuff, and while Tsumugi was taking it to the 5th floor, she remembers how she first met Shin. She was a kid and got lost, so Shin helped her out. She saw his name on his bag, and after that she never saw him. Shin was her first crush, but it was around high school that she met him again, and felt like it was a fated encounter. So her feelings resurfaced from that day one, but there she saw her man with another girl. Shocking as it was, Tawa asked Shin a little too nicely to get back home early, and Tsumugi saw that, but more importantly, she discovered that girl is an actual angel. But that's where the episode 2 of the anime ends, but stay tuned to watch more episodes of this anime in the future, and like the video and comment down in the comments section if you want to watch more of this anime, and then subscribe to the channel to stay updated on my every upload. Until then, take care.